Hello, everyone. I just wanted to kind of give you a brief glimpse at the syllabus. Now, I covered several of those topics in the intro to this year's class, but this is kind of more in-depth view of the syllabus itself. Now, this I'm going to be talking through it for the spring 2021 class, but if you're viewing this in later years, some of the exact details might be changed, like when the live session is and things like that. So, as you can see from the syllabus at the very top, I have my contact information. I list my office phone, but especially right now, I am more responsive to my email and my Twitter handles than I am to my office phone. There is a live session for the class on Thursdays at 5 p.m. This is where we'll discuss the questions for the week, and I'll use this as kind of an office hour. If you can't make it, that's fine. The sessions will be recorded and viewable. As I mentioned previously, your participation will be graded based upon your participation in these sessions and or your participation on the Moodle in terms of the discussion forum. So just make sure you're active in one of the two formats so I can get some sense that you're actually actively participating in the class. There are no required tests except for the readings posted in the Moodle, and there is the highly suggested supplementary text of the e-marketing. There's a discussion of the course objectives, which you should have already been aware of, explaining market orientation, digital content, defining up with the coming marketing terms, creating profitable marketing strategies, developing your leadership, teamwork, communication skills, and nurturing creativity and critical thinking. This is the current schedule, though of course it's subject to change. And as you can see, I've kind of broken it down by week. And essentially what we're going to do is we're going to first cover kind of the history and what is digital marketing. We're then going to talk about digital marketing research and the survey and project, the group project. We're then going to dive into social media channels a little bit, just to give us a little bit of a context for talking about the next topic, which is analytics, right? So then we're going to really spend a week talking about analytics and what are analytics. And after that, most of the rest of the class is kind of similar to week 3, in that we're going to choose a topic, pick a topic, and we're going to dive into it in more depth. So, for instance, search engines, then user experience, then websites, then digital writing, copywriting, then online advertising, direct marketing, email and mobile, video marketing, and e-commerce, right? And these videos, as I mentioned previously, will be put up every week, and you'll be able to see them. And I'll be updating that content as we go forward with the class. So you might not see all the videos and all the content right now. In fact, right now you're going to see a very limited number. But as the class goes on, you'll see more and more. Also, as I mentioned earlier, 50% of the grade is your group project, so pay attention to that. Another 50% is individual grades, some of which are actually still related to your group project, the peer review. And then there's this 5% participation grade. Grade breaks are by pretty much standard NC state policy. My assignment is that, in terms of the assignment policy, all assignments are due by midnight on the date listed, which is the Friday of the week, except for that last set of assignments. The final group assignments, everything, are due on the reading day before exams, right? But everything else will be due on the Friday of the week they're due on. Assignments turned in after deadline may be assessed a penalty of up to 5% points per day, so just something to keep in mind. Just a little more detail on the team project. You will and we'll talk more about this next week, but you will self-organize into 4 to 5 person teams at the beginning of the semester, and then throughout the semester you will develop a digital marketing plan and accompanying set of content prototypes for a small business or not-for-profit or even a medium or large business. Usually I find that it helps if the business has some connection to the team. So if you know someone who works for the business, you know an organization who needs digital marketing or a digital marketing revamp, right? This is really a good project to talk to them about. And in the end, you're going to deliver a final paper, website, other types of social media, creative content, etc. And you will pitch the class, essentially, or me in particular, about that plan that you've put together, right? And you'll kind of treat me as kind of the investor who has to make the decision about whether to sign off on your marketing plan or not. Again, the discussion about the participant grade. Moodle is used used quite a bit. If you have a question about the class, I highly suggest that you first check Moodle and see if that question has already been answered. If your question's not up there, if no one's talking about it, or if you just want to chat with me for whatever reason, feel free to reach out to me at my email or on Twitter. I also gave you the email for the TA in the previous video, right? So you can email them as well. I do want to say, I will usually get back to you in 48 hours and often much quicker than that. I tend to handle all my online communication late at night. This just helps me concentrate, I've found, on my teaching and research and administrative responsibilities during the day. So you will often receive an email later in the night. So you don't expect an email right at 3 p.m., for instance, when you email me. I prefer to use emails to set up appointments for phone conversations, Skype, face-to-face meetings, anything like that. And of course, you're welcome to join me in the weekly office hours synchronous session, right? That will be posted to YouTube afterwards, right? So you can join me there if you want to discuss any issues you have. You're also going to receive an email weekly from me on Monday night. The first one came out much earlier than that because it was setting up the class. And this will kind of tell you what to expect in that week and what the deadlines are. A couple other just small administrative details, of course, very important, but academic integrity and honors, you are bound by this code of student conduct. If you have any disabilities that may prevent you from participating in the class fully, please let me know, and I'll see what we can do to accommodate those. We also, NC State is a non-discrimination university. We will not discriminate on the basis of race, color, religion, creed, sex, national origin, age, disability, veteran status, or sexual orientation. And so if you feel that any of those aspects have been violated, if any of those areas have been resulted in harassment, then please inform me, and I will make sure and help you out as much as possible in that situation. Also, if you prefer to use other name or pronouns other than those listed in the student directory, please let me know as well. Finally, of course, there will be a course evaluation that will be distributed at the end of the class, and I highly encourage you to fill that out. So that's it for the course syllabus. If you have questions or concerns, please let me know. As I said, I always encourage you to join me in the Zoom synchronous sessions, and we can discuss them there. You can also email me, tons of ways to get in touch with me. So I look forward to see all the work that you're going to be doing this semester. I think it's going to be very interesting. We're going to cover a wide range of topics, and we often get into some fascinating discussions, both on the Moodle and in the synchronous session. So thank you so much for your time, and take care.